Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I am Louise and today at Sewing Days we are doing another unboxing. I've just had the delivery come in. It's lots of different bits of things, there's bits of yarns, there's a few accessories in there, so we'll have a look and stay tuned to the end of the video because I have a progress update on one of the projects that I got the stuff for in my Sew and Tell video a few weeks ago. So stay tuned for that. As always, if you enjoy our content, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you'll be the first to find out when we post a new video every Friday. We've got loads of really exciting things coming up and I can't wait to show you guys what they are. Okay, let's get straight into this unboxing because I can't wait to see what's in there. Okay, so first off, I've got a shout out for Rachel, who actually came and bought me a box opener. I was joking a couple of weeks ago about how I nearly stab myself every week with my green scissors. So thank you for helping me out and making me probably not injure myself, but you know, pretty clumsy. This might still happen. So I've only got one box to unbox today. Like I said, it's a lot of different mixture of things. So we'll get into it and see what we've got. In other news, I can't use the box opener. Okay, we're in. In here, we've got some yarns in from Sirdar. By the time you see this, they'll all be on the website and tagged in the description box down below. This one is the Hayfield Bonus Chunky in the petrol colour. It's a really nice greeny, bluey grey. It's quite dark as well, which is nice. I really like that one. So we have this one, which is again the Hayfield Bonus 100 grams chunky 100% acrylic. These are our sort of basic yarns that we have, I think 50 colours of. This one is called Starling. It's cream, it's got a little fleck in it, which is nice. Then we have the white, always popular and always goes pretty much as quickly as I can get it in. The emerald, we've been out of this since just about Christmas time because as you can imagine it was very popular then, so we've been waiting to get it back in. This beautiful green one as well, which is called Lime. I used the lime one in the temperature blanket that I made last year, so I will tag that video up here so you can have a look at that blanket and all of the different colours that I used. We also have this one, which is the dark grey mix. This one I also used in my temperature blanket. It was my main colour. It's kind of a bluer grey, and obviously I like it because I made a blanket from it and the blanket's in my house, so that's cool. And then we have this one as well, which is our light grey mix. This one is, I don't even need to look, but I will anyway, light grey mix. This is one of our most popular yarns for baby projects. A lot of people at the moment are steering away from white, steer away from pastels, and also heading towards gender neutral items, and grey has been for a long time our best selling baby yarn. So this is back in stock if you've been waiting. And then last but not least, we have this yarn, which is here from Stylecraft. So our customers asked for this specifically. So if you ever do struggle to find something or we don't have enough of something, we do order things in specifically for you guys. If we can source it, we'll do our absolute best to get exactly what you need. One lady's asked for 3 of these. They come in a pack of 6, so the other 3 will go out on the shelf. But these boutique swirls come in loads of different colours and they're really, really nice and lovely to use. And inside the band is this snood pattern. I don't know if you can see it. It's a crochet snood pattern. I've actually half made one because I just haven't had a chance to finish it yet, so that's next on my list. Okay, we also have some more Rotary Cutter blades. So these are the 45mm ones, which is the normal size. A lot of people think you have to buy a new Rotary Cutter every time yours goes blunt. You don't. You can just replace the blades. I know they'll be very popular when they go out. Also got some curved safety pins. Now I absolutely love these. These are one of my top tips of things you need when you're starting to quilt. They make your life so much easier. I actually did a video of my top 10 tools, so I'll tag that up here as well. But curved safety pins just make your life so much easier when you're layering up your quilt. Because they're curved, when you put them in they automatically come back up, so when you put them through 3 layers it helps your fabric lay flatter, because if you put in a normal pin it rocks up your fabric so that it doesn't lay as flat, so when you're trying to quilt it, it isn't laying completely flat against each other when you sew. So using the curved safety pins makes it so much easier, and if you need to move your quilt from one place to another, it just means you're not going to lose any pins along the way and they're all nice and secure. So I think for £3 or whatever they are, they're absolutely worth their weight in gold, and they're always the first thing I recommend to people when they start quilting. I also chucking it about. I also have a rotary cutter that the blades will fit, but this is a grip one. So you have to grip it so the blade goes in and out, so that there's no way you can leave the guard out so you can hurt yourself. It automatically retracts when you put down your rotary cutter. I'm a bit of a rotary cutter police. When I'm teaching, I always make sure everybody puts their blades away. It's a health and safety thing more than anything. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt. I've seen people really injure themselves with those blades. Like, they are incredibly sharp. It's just a good habit to get into, particularly if you have kids around or pets, or you drop it on the floor and you're not wearing any shoes, things like that. It is best to always make sure your rotary blade is away. If I see you without your rotary cutter blades away, I will tell you off. Right, we also have some machine needles. So these are universal machine needles, the mixture pack, so they're the assorted pack. So they have 70s, 80s and 90s, which I think are 12s, 14s and 16s. So those are really good as well if you're doing lots of stitching on your machine. We then have DMC threads. So these are embroidery threads, so I've stocked up on a couple of colours that we were out of. I couldn't get all the colours I wanted because I didn't have them in the warehouse, but for now I have these ones. So this is number 498, which is this beautiful like raspberry red colour. We then have 666. Ooh, it's actually red. That one always sticks in my head. So that's beautiful, like bright red. That's a really popular one. That's why the number sticks. And then we have these ones, which are from the Light Effects range. So we have this one, which is a white, which is E940, and then this one is E3821. And look how sparkly! It's the metallic gold one. As you can imagine, over Christmas this one was very popular, so we've been trying to get it back in, so now it's here. Last up is some interfacing. It is the Visaline, everybody says it differently. I don't know what it's meant to be, but we have interfacing S80. It is craft interfacing, so it's a bit like pelmet interfacing, but it's softer. It's not as rigid as that. We use this a lot for classes that we have that Melanie Missin teaches with us. I will tag all of her information down below, but she is a textile artist and she does loads of creative things with interfacings, transfer paints, natural dyeing, free motion. Like, she's absolutely amazing. This is something that she uses a lot in the classes that she teaches, and just in a lot of her making altogether. I will grab a couple of examples of stuff that she makes so you can sort of see what that can become. So by using transfer paints, the interfacing, lots of stitching, organza, all sorts of different embellishments, Mel makes them into things like this. So this is her maple leaf bowl, and it's absolutely stunning. And it all starts out looking like that craft interfacing I just showed you, and then she has these little trees as well, which is a class we did, I think it was back in October sometime, and I actually did that class and I loved it. This humble interfacing can become all sorts. Okay, so that is it for the unboxing. Not loads today, but a big variety. So if you were here a couple of weeks ago, I did a shop with me as if I was a customer at Sewing Daze, and I will tag that just up here. But one of the projects I bought for was a baby quilt that I was making for my friend. I was asked for unicorns and rainbows, and I feel like what I've done is definitely that. So I've actually ended up using end of bolts for a lot of it. So the pattern I've ended up doing was inspired by something I saw on Pinterest. I didn't use their pattern, I just sort of looked at it. I liked the concept and I'm just kind of tweaking it slightly so that it's my own. I'm definitely not copying it. It was just more of an inspiration pick. But I had to be careful because some of the fabric I had was all I had. So some of the pieces were about maybe not even 20 centimeters wide in long strips, so I was quite restricted with what my options were for what I could cut out. I'm very happy with how it's going so far. It's not even nearly finished, but I'll lay it out on the table and then you can kind of use your imagination a bit to see what the quilt will look like once it's finished. And of course, once it is finished, I'll show you again then. Let's head to the table and I'll show you what I've been doing. Okay, so this is the quilt so far. You'll have to use your imagination a little bit, but the square is going to be this way. All of the squares are going to be what they call on point, so they're basically going to be diagonal instead of square. So at the moment I've sewn most of them so that there's a little white bit in between. They will then have the extra white sashing, so these bits will all be sewn in as well, and then around the edge there'll be a white border, and these will all be filled with white triangles rather than the prints, because I ran out of the fabrics, or at least a couple of them anyway. And then this rainbow on the end will be the binding to go around the edge. So made a bit of progress, but we're slowly getting there. So I hope you liked the quilt. I'm really pleased with it so far. Let me know down below what you think of it, and if you think the rainbow binding is the right choice, or if I should go for something else. I'll be really interested to know what you guys think. So this weekend I am at a trade show, so I'll be vlogging the whole day, so you guys can see what it's like behind the scenes when I can go and see all of my current suppliers, see the new suppliers. I'm going to be doing a couple of seminars that I'll be sitting in on, a couple of meetings, and it'll just be a great day out. I always come back feeling really inspired. So that's next week's video. After that, there's more exciting things coming, and hopefully I'll be able to tell you about them by then. But until then, if you enjoy our videos and you want to stay up to date, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and you'll be the first to find out when we post a new video every Friday. I'm going to go and eat my lunch, and I'll see you next week. Have a good day, guys.